What's up, y'all? Good morning. It's Wednesday morning here at the drive-in. It's your DJ Brian on TBS efm 101.3. Yes, it's Wednesday, and I'm spending my last day as a teen today. Yes, tomorrow I'll be a fully grown 20-year-old. I'm just joking, y'all. As y'all know, tomorrow is my birthday. That's why I like to joke around. Because who wants to get old? Nobody wants to get old. But the funny thing is, when we're younger, you know, when you're in your teens, stuff like that, all you want to do is get to 21. Because why 21? You can do anything. You're an adult. You can buy alcohol. You can buy cigarettes and stuff like that, which isn't good. And I don't know why people at a young age look up to that. Oh, I'm 21. I'll be an adult. I can do what I want. It's not true. Once you hit 21, it's all downhill from there. Seriously, because what do you have to look forward to? You get older and older and older, and then you worry more. You got to worry about bills and taxes and jobs, the future. So stay young if you can. Alrighty? Because that's what I do. I try to stay young at heart. And that's why I'm always so lively, and that's why I'm here for you guys. And for you guys, I have an announcement. This Friday, I'll be having my spectacular birthday extravaganza at Club V in Hongdae. And I'm inviting everybody right now. I'm saying it on air because I'm inviting every single listener right now. If you are of age, you won't be charged anything. So just come in, first come, first serve, get a seat or, stand wherever you want. And if you're younger and you're not of age, of course, we're going to charge you at the door. But either way, you're going to have a great time with me. You're going to watch me sing. Hopefully some celebrity friends. Hopefully. I can't guarantee anything right now because everyone's so busy during the winter season. So with that in mind, I hope you guys can come celebrate my birthday with me. It's this Friday, January 11th at Club V in Hongdae, starting at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:30 p.m., so don't be late. Now, today's first song comes from a 1982 film, First Blood, starring Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo, Vietnam vet, and drifter trying to make his way back into the life of the civilized. There's nothing more to say about this movie. This is a great movie. This is requested by BJ Singapore. Brian Ju Singapore. It's a Long Road by Dan Hill. Check it out. Welcome back to the Driving with your man for the hour, Brian Ju. We're here on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. I'm your host, Brian Ju. So for this hour, you're going to be listening to me. Yes. Is that any complaints? If there's any complaints, I'll just turn the station. Just joking. Please don't do that. But if you guys want to get in contact with us at the studio, simply call the studio at 02-778-1013 or send us a text at sharp 1013 for a charge of 51, or simply send us an email at efmdrivein@gmail.com, or everyone's doing this nowadays, you can tweet us at efmdrivein. Also leave us a message on our webpage at tbsefm.soul.kr. Scroll down the program list and you'll see the drive-in, and then there you go. Leave a message on our webpage. But make sure the requests that you send in are from a movie or a TV show. They can't be any pop track or K-pop track that you want to listen to right now. Or just simply send us a shout out. That means a lot to us here at the drive-in. And right now we're going to read some tweets from fans overseas. Actually, I feel very happy right now. We have 3 strong, devoted listeners and fans of mine from Singapore here in the studio. They're watching me live. One is Serena Chong, and Serena Chong's actually outside, but she also tweeted, "Thanks for playing my request for the opening." Well, you're welcome. You flew all the way here from Singapore. Why wouldn't we play that for you? You put more money and time and effort to be here physically with me, so of course we're going to play that for you guys. Thank you so much. BFF Walker's Asiatic said, "That's confusing. Head spins." I don't know what you're confused about. I'm confused too now because you said you're confused. Anyways, we have one from Keiko. She said, "Good morning. 저 버스 안에서 듣고 있어요. 브라이언 오늘도 화이팅." Yes, Keiko right now is listening to me in Japan, actually, in the bus. And she says, "Fighting." Well, thank you very much for tuning in right now. And now it's time for the scene of the day. All right, today's scene kind of mirrors something that's been contentious here at the drive-in. If you recall, Eugene said that he wasn't a fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogies, which I love, and I don't really like Star Wars, which he does. Well, there's one movie where the characters have the same argument. And the movie I'm talking about today is Clerks 2, which came out in 2006. And Clerks 2 was, of course, Kevin Smith's sequel to Clerks, which actually was made 12 years earlier before Kevin Smith was really famous and before anyone had heard of Jay and Silent Bob. That's a crazy movie. By 2006, Smith had so many popular movies such as Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It was often a common theme for him to throw Star Wars references into each of his films. By the time Clerks 2 came out, everyone seemed to be talking about Lord of the Rings. Yes, because that was a little bit more popular back then, I assume. But how does Kevin Smith feel about Lord of the Rings? Let's listen to find out. I'm sorry, this scene cracks me up. I'm just laughing. Well, in this scene, a customer at movies makes a bond with one of the co-workers or the workers over the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But Randall is a Star Wars fan and he doesn't like what he sees, obviously. All right, so let me explain what's happening in the scene. To make everything clear, Randall and Dante, they're clerks from Clerks 1, and they're working at a fast food restaurant right now. And one of the guys who works there with them is a Lord of the Rings fan. So basically, it's like Eugene and his boys, they're working at the fast food joint. But I'm also the friend that works at the fast food joint who loves Lord of the Rings. And we're quoting Lord of the Rings, phrases from here and here. And then the customer walks in and makes a bond with him because the customer is also a Lord of the Rings fan. Then Randall starts the debate with over which is better and blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I don't agree with Randall because Lord of the Rings, in my opinion, is way 2 million times better than Star Wars. But it makes me wonder because Kevin Smith actually wrote this script. So does this mean that Kevin Smith is a Lord of the Rings fan or a Star Wars fan? You never know. We're going to have Kevin Smith in the studio one day and interview him because I want to ask him why he did this scene. It's funny, though. It's actually funny. And we're supposed to identify with Dante and Randall. So I think he actually agrees with Randall. Yes. So you watch this movie if you haven't seen this movie. It's hilarious. Clerks 1 or Clerks 2. Funny movie. We're going to listen to a song from the movie right now. There's Smashing Pumpkins with 1979. Once again, that was the Smashing Pumpkins with 1979 from the Clerks 2 original soundtrack. Now, coming up on today's show, it's Wednesday again, which means Musical Wednesdays here at the Drive-In. So after intermission, we're going to listen to some great show tunes and discuss musicals in depth. But before that, we have Eugene joining me in the studio for Behind the Screen, giving us all the latest news about movies. Yes, Eugene will be here shortly. So stay tuned for that. Please don't change the dial and listen to anything else because the Drive-In is the best radio station in the world. I'm just joking. We have some Twitter comments right now. From Ongni, she wrote, I request La Bamba by Los Lobos from the movies, same name. Tonight I'll try to fly to Korea. Wow, I can't wait to see you. Oh, Ongni's flying from Thailand to see me. See, this is what I love. I feel loved. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes, that's love. We have from Nikki Lewis, she wrote, no, I didn't work on the film. It was from being one of the first friends on MySpace or something. Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You worked on this film? I'm confused. Oh, no. Drive-In's answering Nikki Lewis. Okay, anyways. Nini Lent wrote, from Drive-In, Brian G Music, Eugene His Shoes, Lord of the Rings, an awesome trilogy. Clerks 2 was hilarious. Love the scene. My geek is showing. Yes, thank you. Lord of the Rings. Wah, rah, rah. So, one vote for Lord of the Rings today. Actually, you guys should do that. Tweet us which movie you thought was better, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, and we'll round up the votes tonight. Or this morning, I keep saying night. That'd be fun. BFF Jaywalkers, Asiatics wrote, I'll be living vicariously through Serena Chong 10 since I'm too broke to fly anywhere. Aw, don't think of it that way. We're all together in spirit. But right now, we're going to go into the next song. The song request is from Dan. And there's a movie that came out in 2009 that one of our very own here at the Drive-In was actually in. And the movie is called 500 Days of Summer, which Olivia Lim played an angry mom in this movie. Yes. So here's the Smiths with There's a Light That Never Goes Out from the 500 Days of Summer original soundtrack. Welcome back to the Drive-In. Now it's time for Behind the Screen with Eugene.
And I'm in the studio with Brian again with all his fans and the other... Oh, I'm sorry.
Obviously you guys know that Eugene isn't creative with the rhyming going on here.
Yeah, I didn't prepare one today. My bad.
And also Eugene, I think he's kind of in a slump right now because we're looking at the votes on Twitter right now versus Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. And so far, Lord of the Rings is winning.
Yeah, but all the people texting you on your phone are saying Star Wars.
Not all the people. I have a friend right now tuning in right now. His name is John Britton. He wrote Star Wars, bro. And then he was like, we're talking about spaceships versus a little ring.
Exactly. I mean,
yes.
all the powers, if
Thanks,
it's centered
John.
on a little ring, I mean, come on. The Force is so much stronger.
Still, I'm thinking, this is my friend tuning in. Come on,
you
JB.
You do not know the power
Change your
of the
vote.
dark side. Come on. How could you... There's a good side and a dark side.
I'm sorry, you're
how
saying
come there's
all these lines?
There's no good ring? Is there no good ring? There's a bad ring. I mean... the ring corrupts you. I mean, that's not good.
Precious. That's so much better.
I guess so. You know, to tell you the truth, though, I did actually go and see The Hobbit recently.
Did you like it?
I
It's way
did.
better, wasn't
I
it?
did like it. So it was totally different from Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Exactly.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy, I kind of could follow the story, but not really. But this one, it's like, okay, there's a clear objective. They gotta, retake their homeland, and the Hobbit's gonna help them.
And didn't Elijah Wood look like he was 20?
He did. I think
did
that
they
must
do
be
that?
like either they recorded it in advance or they did some computer graphics or something. But yeah, he looked really young. I was surprised. He's pushing 30 now, isn't he? Something like 30, 35.
I thought he was older than that.
Well,
I don't know
I'm
what
not
year
sure.
he was born.
I'm not sure exactly, but he was a little kid when Back to the Future 2 came out. He was a little kid in the arcade, so
Oh, yeah.
I guess
That
it would have
was
been
him. He was
about
playing that little-
10 back
Okay,
then.
I remember that.
So I guess that means he was born around 1980. I'm not sure. But we are here for Behind the Screen, and, we played a scene from Clerks earlier today.
Yes.
And
I
got
love
some
this whole
news.
Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars thing, though.
Yeah,
fun.
it's great.
fun.
It's great. But we do have some news about that, actually. Kevin Smith, who was the director of Clerks.
Yes.
He has announced that he is in the process of making Clerks 3.
Oh, I want to get hired for this. I want to get casted.
You want to get casted? Well, it does
Yeah.
take place in New Jersey, so...
I know. He does a lot of New Jersey stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever actually been to that convenience store, though? It's called the Quick Stop.
No, I haven't been there.
You haven't been there? Okay, because a lot of tourists actually go to that town and try
Because
to
of the
find...
movie?
Because of that movie, yeah. They
Wow.
want to see it. But this is also said it's going to be his very last foray into directing. Because he wants to retire from directing and he wants to start making TV shows, I guess.
Oh, then cast me for that. I'd rather do TV shows.
Yeah, wouldn't everybody? But I guess the thing is, he's done so many different movies, and his company is called View Askew Productions, right? And with all the movies together, they call it the View Askewniverse. Right?
Views Universe?
Yeah. So basically, there will be like links between all the movies to each other. So in Clerks 3, he's probably going to wrap everything up, all the loose ends from all the different movies, and probably you'll see, appearances by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and all those other people.
Everybody that was in his movies.
Yeah, definitely, and maybe even Alanis Morissette as God, because she's been
Again?
God. She's been God in 2 of his movies.
And Dogma and...
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, before also you were saying, like, I don't know which one he likes better. He made a movie called Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and it had Luke Skywalker as the main villain. So, I mean, come on.
It don't matter. Maybe he was making a Star Wars reference, but he could still be a Lord of the Rings fan.
I don't think so. But he did say that he had a 70-page outline for Clerks 3, and he said, transitioning to the full script won't take long, and it's expected that Clerks 3 will come out sometime in 2014. So you've got a little over 2 years to wait for that.
Well, I know Kevin Smith's got to know that there's a lot of Korean Americans in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
So if you need a character, holla at your boy.
That's one thing. I don't think I've ever noticed any Asian American characters in any of his movies. Maybe that's something he needs to jump on.
I don't think I've seen any Asian characters in a lot of movies that were filmed in Jersey.
Yeah. Well, were they filmed in Jersey? Yeah, I guess they were.
A lot of them are.
Clerks was definitely. All right, let's move on to the next story. Do you like Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt is a great actor.
He's a great actor.
Yes.
He is set to play Pontius Pilate in a new documentary. Not a documentary. It's a story about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Except for he's going to be Pilate, and it's going to try to show if you read the Bible or you went to church, Pilate's a really bad guy because he's the one who ordered the crucifixion of Christ. But I guess this new story is going to be about humanizing Pilate and show him that maybe he bit off a little bit more than he could chew, right? So he's not necessarily the worst, most terrible person in the world. He just was following directions and everything, which of course that doesn't excuse him, I guess. But this is a really somewhat controversial story, and people are saying that it's going to be something like Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ or The Last Temptation of Christ. But before he does that, Brad Pitt will be in a zombie movie called World War Z.
I think I saw a preview for that.
Yeah, I did also see a preview for that. That's really good. So next year it should be a great year for Brad Pitt as he's in these 2 movies, right? Okay. All right. Let's go to the
Brad
third
Pitt
story.
needs to get me in one of his movies too.
Okay.
Exactly, because we have both names that start with B.
Me too. I would
Brad
love
and
to
Brian. Look at that.
B&B?
Brad and Brian Strike Back. See? It'd be a great movie. Look,
All right.
use a Star Wars reference, and I don't even like Star Wars.
That is awesome.
See?
Okay, so use the dark side of the Force with Brad Pitt. Right?
What?
All right,
So,
anyway.
any other news?
Yes, other news. Did you like the drama, Korean drama Iris? Remember how Lee Byung-hun?
I didn't see it. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
you didn't see
I'm
it?
so
Okay, well, that was really
sorry.
popular about 2 years ago, and it's about, like, I guess Lee Byung-hun was a secret agent and trying to kill somebody. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But they are going to make Iris 2 very soon. And do you like the K-pop group Tiara?
Well, I mean, I like them as like friends.
You like them as friends?
Yeah, like little 동생s, yeah.
Okay, well, there's one person from Tiara that is going to be in Iris 2. There was a rumor going around that Soyeon was actually in negotiations for that. However, this turned out to be a rumor that was started on Twitter, and the management company has said that, unfortunately, even though they have been thinking about it, there is no confirmation that she will be in it. So, rumors start on Twitter all the time, and that's pretty bad. I mean, has a rumor ever been started about you on Twitter that wasn't true?
Somebody said I was like 6'5".
You're so, wow.
I wish I was that tall.
Wow.
And playing the NBA.
That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing, dude.
You could like slam dunk without even jumping almost. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so she will be, they are trying to discover like who would be best for the part that they are trying to hire her for. But Soyeon is an accomplished actor. She starred in Haeundae Lovers last year. Haeundae Lovers. It's probably I actually haven't seen that one, but from the script, it seems like it's about love in Busan on the beach, right? Obviously.
Love on the beach.
Of course.
Yes.
And, that should be a really good one. And, you say you like Korean dramas. I mean, I like some Korean dramas, but you said you didn't see this one. Are there any ones that you particularly like?
I haven't seen a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Fashion 70s because I sang the
70s.
soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
makes
like that
sense.
one.
So,
Yes.
yeah. I also wanted to give a shout out to all those fans out there. They actually brought us everybody in the whole
Gifts.
drive-in team gifts.
And snacks.
So that is amazing.
And they're actually really busy right now taking photos of each other in the studio.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
Maybe we should invite them in a little bit later to take photos inside the studio. So that would be pretty neat.
Alrighty.
All right, so
we gotta
let's
play a song.
go on to the song. We did talk about Iris a bit, so here's a song from the first Iris, right? This is Baekjeong with Don't Forget Me, or
Yes,
잊지
잊지
말아요.
말아요.
Yeah.
We'll
All
be
right.
right back.
I will see you on Thursday.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
All right, get out. All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Peace. Musical Wednesdays. Now, there are a lot of musicals that we talk about here at the drive-in, but usually you can't go out and just watch them yourself because you'd have to fly all the way to New York or London or some big city where they play musicals. But nowadays, you can actually watch musicals here in South Korea, and the musical that we're talking about today is Rock of Ages. Yes. And this is playing right now in Seoul, and you can catch it until February 3rd at the Uri Art Hall in Olympic Park. And there also is a movie based on this that came out last year that starred Tom Cruise, which shocked me because I didn't know Tom Cruise could actually sing. So, Tom Cruise, big ups to you, big man. Well, what is the Rock of Ages? It's a musical about musicians with stars in their eyes moving to the big city, taking jobs as waiters, and trying their best to make it. It's also about the club owner who's trying to get that one magic A-list artist to put at his club and put him out on the map. And it's about the A-list rock star who just wants to have a good time and make as much money as possible while he still can. It's also a love story that you guys need to see. This musical is wonderful. It's not just, people think Rock of Ages, so is it a musical with about a bunch of rock songs? Maybe yes, but also a good storyline as well. And in 1987, Sherry, one of the characters, has just arrived in LA, the big city, and she wants to be a singer, but she has her suitcase stolen from her. And Drew works at a Bourbon Room, a rock music club, and he witnesses the robbery. Since she has nowhere to go and he gives her a job at the club. And you guys got to find out what's going to happen. Watch the movie or the musical. And like I said, it's playing here in South Korea. So if you want to see it on stage, I urge you guys to see this musical. Here's the cast of Rock of Ages singing Sister Christian, Just Like Paradise, and Nothing But a Good Time. We mentioned earlier that Tom Cruise was in the movie of the musical version of this last year, and I think this musical really showed off his amazing talents. I mean, everyone knows he's a great actor, but nobody knew that he was a great rocker as well, and he showed it in the musical or movie version of this musical. And there's one scene where Tom Cruise, as rock star Stacey Jack, sings Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me. And some people have said that it's a lot better than the original. I don't know if I'd go that far to say Tom Cruise's version's that much better, but I can definitely say that he did a great job. And it's a great rendition of the classic rock song. So, let's take a listen to the song right now. This is Tom Cruise singing Pour Some Sugar on Me. Once again, that was Tom Cruise singing Pour Some Sugar on Me from the Rock of Ages musical. And right now it's time to wrap up the show. Yes, it's that short, unfortunately. But there's always tomorrow, so don't be so discouraged about the end of the show. But stick around because 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun is coming up next. I always get her name all like tongue twisted in my mouth. An Jung-hyun, yes. And we're going to end today's show with a song by Lenka. And this artist is singing the song The Show, actually. And it's from the Angus film. It's a British film that came out in 2008. It was requested by 1136. So we're going to end the show with this song for you guys right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just want to say thank you for all our fans here in the studio. Brett Roberts, John Britton. Thanks you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Brian G signing off. Peace.